Hello everybody, welcome to Low Carb Arm Day. I'm living the low carb life. This is my third low carb day in a row. If you've seen the other videos, you saw me do my physique update. I can't thank you all enough for the support. We had another phenomenal All-American Roughneck release with the new pump covers and the zip ups and the fucking hat. This hat is the most requested hat we've ever had on All-American Roughneck. Pretty awesome. But, okay, so like I said, low carb day. This is my third day in a row of low carbs. I'm learning my physique, and the only way to learn your physique is to experiment. This whole process has been a blast. I weighed 212 pounds, 211.8 pounds this morning, naked after cardio, tiny dick out, even tinier nuts. That's, you gotta be careful when you take the picture of the scale number, just because you don't want the shadow in it. You've seen the shadow pictures on Instagram. So today we're going to do arms. On lower carb days, I tend to always go after lower output workouts. Like I'm not doing a leg day on low carbs. Tomorrow I'm going to eat a high carb day, and that is generally 75 to 100 grams of carbs at every single meal, 6 meals of the day. So roughly, probably like, what would that be? Like 450 to 600 carbs for the day. But more or less, it's going to probably be closer up to that 550 mark is what I'm thinking in my head right now. Just because of how I look, and you'll see me, like I'm lean, but now I'm starting to get really flat and starting to look washed out in the midsection. Nothing's pushing the same. However, I still do come to life in the gym with the pumps. Which brings me to another one. We're working on a new little pump formula, and I don't get to have carbohydrates during my workout, which sucks a fat dick. I mean, dude, we're bringing out all the old school stops. Have this fucking, the salt, no pumpies, no carbohydrates today, just because I'm trialing a new pre-workout, which is very cool. But carbohydrates today, they'll be at a total of probably 60 for the day. One carb meal at about 30 grams, a small piece of fruit, and then just vegetables and shit. No condiments. Fats are around 65 grams today. They'll be around 65 grams a day. My proteins today they'll be at like 260 to 270, 40 to 50 grams of protein at each meal. Since I'm only doing low carb for 3 days, I keep my fats relatively similar between that 40 and 60, 65 range. If I was to do low carb for a longer period of time, I would increase my fats more and keep my carbs low. But, you know, we're still on a calorie-restricted diet. This is still calorie-restricted. And calorie-restricted means nutrient-restricted to a certain degree. So that's where supplementation comes into such a crucial role, such as like your greens, your reds, your vitamins and minerals, things like that. You cannot forget that. And when you are on a calorie-restricted diet, drink your fucking fluids. Drink water, lots of it. Should be an interesting workout. I am pretty lean. I'm starting to get harder, like cross striations in the chest. My biceps are starting to have some striations in them. The bicep split, like you can see the split happen. I also, if you haven't watched the other videos, I picked up some of my old bad habits. One of them, caffeine. I love coffee, 212 Thermo. Notice it's unopened here in the gym. 212 Thermo by Axe and Sledge Supplements. I take it every single morning before I do my cardio. It will make you sweat like a motherfucker. So, like, I absolutely love sweating. It just makes me feel good. Like, I feel flushed out. I feel like I'm a big sauna guy. Love saunas. It makes me feel like I was in a sauna, but I did cardio. And I feel like I've just empty. I feel fresh and rejuvenated and light on my feet. This was created for the Shred Life. Start with half a scoop. I love doing this. I love bodybuilding. But one bad thing about it is it creates this obsession with food. I love it, but I fucking hate it. Can't wait for the high carb day. Tons of fun. Just because it's low carb day doesn't mean we're gonna be pussies. So my favorite thing to start with, I always warm up, number one. I'm getting older, have to warm up. Have to warm up. I believe that it is fucking stupid for anybody to walk into the gym and just begin their workout without warming up their shoulders, without warming up the body part that they're training, or taking a pre-workout, a non-stimulant pump pre-workout, and then just going right into the workout. No, you should lube everything up. You should push blood into that. Start doing, the cable press downs and some concentration curls with the cables and just push blood into there and start feeling everything activate. All the water, the fluids, the blood start to flow, and then stiff dick the workout. Then you can go right into your workouts without even having to do a warm-up set or anything like that and fucking kill shit. You all know this, watch all my videos. Anyway, I love starting arm day with hammer curls, dumbbell hammer curls. I just fucking love it. I manipulate the movement so that I feel everything in my biceps, my brachialis, my forearms. I just really enjoy it. So I'm gonna do 3 sets of those and then probably finish it with a couple sets of standing alternating dumbbell curls. But I'm gonna superset it with these. You see me do the V-bar press downs, right here. V-bar press downs, but we're gonna do cable press downs from here. Now, whenever I'm doing them and you come down and twist your wrist down, you feel your long head, fucking crazy activation on it. And I also love it because you're a little bit stronger in the beginning of your workout. So you're able to use a little bit more weight and start to push the repetitions. So we're here, pumping down the weight, and then we can lean forward and keep them together and work on the lateral head. Still working your triceps, but you're gonna feel a little more in your lateral head. So therefore, just exhausting the tricep. Since I'm leaner and I'm able to look in the mirrors, I take the pump cover off and I get my shit going, I'm going to be able to see everything working. Therefore, this is where that instinctive training comes in, where in my head, I'm gonna do 3 sets of hammers, 2 sets of standing alternating dumbbell curls. Then I'm gonna superset them with these, and then I'm gonna work into 2-handed cable curls, cambered bar cable curls with the dip machine. And the whole time I'm gonna be analyzing my physique, watching how it works, seeing how my arms look as I'm continuing to push all the blood, round off, and just pay attention to what the fuck is going on in the workout. And if I like it, and it's working, let's keep pushing. If I'm like, man, I'm just not feeling this, I'm gonna move on and find something or see how I feel and do that. That's the instinctive training. That's a very advanced technique, but just because I don't like it doesn't mean I won't do it. More or less, it's paying attention to my physique and being very, very, very objective with myself and not blowing smoke up my ass, being like, I just really don't want to do these today. I'm just gonna move on and say I don't look like the way I look. No, just pay attention, be very objective. And then I'm gonna finish with spider curls. Spider curls and over the head dumbbell extensions or across the body, cable presses or cable press downs. We'll see how I feel. So, analyzing the physique, I'm not pushing. I mean, I'm still round, still full. You can see skin super thin. You can see the split in the biceps. Moving blood, see everything. However, just because I know my physique and I pay attention to this, I know that whenever I start eating some carbs, and even if I probably took a scoop of demo day, everything would start pushing even more and I'd look harder. Like I wouldn't have the lines here, the creases, the folds. Like I've seen it where there's no folds and chest is just pushing, blown out. But that's part of the process. So analyzing your physique and looking and seeing how you feel, like you can see striations in the lats. We're good, the triceps, veiny, all this, it's great. So whenever you're doing these things and running an experiment, it's like, okay, cool, this is what you look like on arm day. Look, it's a great look. But how can I improve? Would it be better if I did a moderate carb day instead of a low carb? Like all these different things run through your head, and guess what? The only way to find out is to do it. But that's not what I'm trying to achieve. I'm going to train shoulders tomorrow on a high carb day and really see how round and full I actually get. So I'm just thinking out loud. I'm talking to you about like what I'm analyzing when I look super full, great separation. I just know that my skin is not as tight because my muscles aren't pushing. My muscles aren't pushing through my skin. Also, whenever you're like leaner and building your physique and looking, like we're not just focusing on the biggest muscle groups or the biggest body parts on bodybuilders. You are creating a physique. So like now that I'm leaner, like everything is that much more important. But what I mean by that is the separation between the shoulder and the bicep. Like when I'm here and I'm looking in the mirror, the shoulder and the bicep, shoulder and the tricep, the trap into the shoulder, into the tricep. So that way when I'm hitting poses like getting ready for my front lat, pose within a pose. I'm gonna go into my front lat spread. And when I'm here, like you can see, what's this look like? What we were just doing. But then whenever I go to hit my front lat spread, my pose within a pose, my legs are flared out and my legs are positioned like I do some of my hack squats. So I'm here and I go, so then I see shoulder into the tricep, shoulder into the tricep. So when I'm doing all these different exercises, I'm paying attention to that. Like how, like look at the trap, into the delt, the tricep, the chest rounding off, into the bicep. How does it all go together? What is the look, the physique? We're creating that with every single rep that we do, with every single exercise that we're choosing. Everything needs to have a purpose. Do every single rep, every single exercise, every single set, every single rep with a fucking purpose in mind. Bodybuilding is way more than just taking gear, than just working out. It's a whole fucking program, front to back, from the time you fucking wake up till the time you go to bed, and while you're fucking sleeping. Because if you have good sleep, you're gonna grow better, you're gonna lose fat better, you're gonna operate at a higher level. Bodybuilding is very fucking intense. Normally whenever I would add demo day, but no demo day. What I do instead, electrolytes plus. I cannot stress enough hydration. I feel like I've been dehydrated for years because getting my blood work done, it's looking better. Making sure I stay hydrated. And then just being on a diet, being more regimented, I realized that I think I've been dehydrated. But salts. If you are dieting, you are sweating a lot, you are training a lot, I cannot stress enough the importance of electrolytes and your salts, vitamins and minerals. So I do a scoop of the grind, scoop of electrolytes plus. That is my intra workout. I mean, right now everybody's probably like, you should have took the scuba demo day just to see what happens. Trust me, I want to, but staying on the diet is super important. That way, like, I had a plan in my head to see what I looked like on after 3 low days of carbohydrates when I deplete the glycogen when I deplete my muscles of the glycogen, and also just kind of standing here and analyzing my physique as I'm bringing it down, rather than just getting overzealous and being like, yeah, fuck yeah, you should just take the carbs and see what happens. I'd love to, but it's not part of the plan right now, because bodybuilding it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. Even pros still fuck up because they're still learning and seeing how they can get just little bits better, 0.5% better this time, 1% better. And sometimes they get 10% worse trying to get 1% better and level up and give you a fucking show. That's the exciting part about this. And that's what we as fans and we as bodybuilders need to make sure that we appreciate it. Super cool. Okay, moving on to the concentration stuff. Spider curls, just a form of a concentration curl. Very simple. Chest on the incline bench, and curls. Staring at yourself in the mirror. This is a concentration curl. So we're focused on details, getting a good stretch and a good squeeze. You can do one arm at a time. You can do them 2 arms at a time. You can use dumbbells, you can use barbells. I like to do as many variations as possible to get different feel on the bicep. We're connecting with the bicep on this. Good squeeze, good stretch. Good squeeze, good stretch. Focusing on details. Spin them out. Spin them out. Stretch out the biceps. This technique's an old Arnold technique. Spin them out, let some blood flow, more reps. Focusing on the contraction, that squeeze. All these are across the body. So we're here, all my arms propped up against it, across the body, cable extension. However, if I stand more upright, or I lean into it, still doing cross the body tricep extensions, however, just hitting the tricep differently. Whenever you put your arm over it and you lean into it more, it's a different pull on the tricep than if I'm here. Okay? Same exercise. All we're doing is feeling and looking at the difference. If I'm closer, it's going to be different than if I'm further away from the cable or from the pulley. All of it might sound like it doesn't matter, and it doesn't matter to a certain degree. However, if we're playing the game of inches, if we're looking for every little angle and getting better from every single little bit and fucking crumb from a workout, all those crumbs turn into a big fucking pile by the end of the workout, by the end of your week, by the end of the day, by the end of the whole entire prep, by the end of the whole entire program. All the crumbs throughout this entire time, all those little inches add up to a lot. All right, That's that. We're going to finish up with a few more sets. But, ladies and gentlemen, bodybuilding is not rocket science, okay? You do not have to be a fucking genius to be a good bodybuilder or to learn your body. You just have to pay attention. You just have to take your time with every single step of the way. Pay attention to everything. Take pictures, document, write things down, take notes. Don't sell yourself short of anything. Just because you are not a rocket scientist, just because you're not geared out of your fucking mind does not mean that you cannot be great and reach your full potential. So take your time, have fun. This is our happy place in here. Take out all your regressions, take out all your emotions, learn your body, and have a good time. That is the purpose for all of this. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't think in your head you're not worth it and you can't do it and you don't know what to do. All that shit the fuck out of your head. Simple phrase in life has done so much for me. All you have to do is pay attention. Everybody, love your woman, slap her on the ass, get between them cheeks, be a good parent, have a good day.